Welcome to week 7's WAM session. So let's just get right into it. Because last week was horrific for me. I scored a whopping 18% on my tactics, and I was hoping for an improvement this week. And thankfully, I pulled it together and did what I needed to do and did much better. So my overall percentage this week was, if you can see it there, oops, 75%. 75%. I mean, my goal was 80. My goal is 85% completion rate of my tactics. So I definitely have room for improvement, but from 18% to 75% feels really good. And I feel much better about getting everything done this week than I did last week. So I did really well on most things. Still, like I still have some bad habits that I'm still ridding myself of. So I did fall back into bad habits a little bit last week, but I I pulled myself out quickly. It was not I didn't stay there. So I feel good about that. What has tripped me up a little bit, or not really tripped me up, but a couple of my tactics are job related. And it's to prepare a resume and apply to 2 places a week is what I want to do. And I've had this goal since the beginning, since January when we started this, and I haven't acted on it. I guess because it's kind of scary to to apply to places. I know I've switched careers, and I'm a newbie again, so I guess have been procrastinating that aspect. And I was trying to get it all done yesterday, which is Saturday, which is still within my week, but I quickly realized that trying to trying to rush a resume when it's my career is at stake, like when the job really does matter. It's a career job, not just a regular job. So I know that I have to spend more time on my resume. So that's what I'm prioritizing this week. I'm going to get my resume done, and I'm going to apply to 2 places, and I'm going to prioritize my time in creating and developing my resume and actually making it good, and then applying to places. So that was my main hang up this week, was those 2 things. I also did some ate poorly yesterday, which was Saturday. So there was a couple red marks on that because my goal is to not eat flour and things like that. It may seem kind of extreme, but for me, I feel much better when I eat cleaner, and eating flour and processed carbs like that does not sit well with me and generally doesn't agree. But I did eat some yesterday, so I had to mark those off red. Unfortunately, I almost made it through the week, but I am striving this week to not striving for perfection. We'll see how it goes, but I just feel so much better. And what I did, I just stayed busy this week. I'll show you um my little organizer here, my agenda. Like, I have things written on it. I have so many action items. I cross off what I've done. If I don't do it that day, I put it on for the next day. Like, I stayed busy and actually accomplished most of the things on my list. And I didn't have a whole lot of time for anything else because there's a lot of things that I want to get done, and I only have so much time in the day. And when I stay busy, it really helps to keep focused on goals and less distractions. Weekends have historically been not good for me for achieving my goals, because during the week when everything is scheduled and, I just have a set routine, it's all good and things can get done most of the time. But weekends, when things are unscheduled and I think, oh, I'm going to get so much done this weekend, and then I don't, weekends are just, I prefer schedule and routine, and weekends just, I need to improve my weekend performance for sure, and not getting off track on weekends, because it's easy to be like, oh, I was good all week, or not, I was good all week, but it's the weekend, kids are home, we're like more casual doing things, but I do need to work on staying on track on weekends, especially. And I'm not as busy, right? Like, my work is Monday to Friday usually. When I do have walks and things on weekends, it's actually better. It keeps me more focused because I know I have a certain amount of time to do things, and when I don't do them, um, that's like, I have to do them. Anyways, I don't know if I'm being clear, but just unstructured time is not great for me. I much prefer structured, organized time. So, what I'm going to do this week, like I said, to help with my goals of it's the resume that's really I want to get done. So I'm prioritizing my resume writing. When I'm done my work during the day, I think I'm just going to take my computer with me, go to a public library or a Tim Hortons. No, probably a library for this one. Sometimes I go to Tim Hortons or a coffee shop to work, but I want to really focus. So a library would be in my best interest, I think, this week. Take my computer to a library, get out of my house so I can't get distracted with anything, and just focus on writing my resume and applying to jobs. So I'm excited to apply to job, but it's also very nerve wracking. As I said, I'm in a different career than I was, and so I don't have experience in this career, and I need to gain experience. So I definitely need to get a job and just gain some experience. So that's my intentions this week. I just want to, while still completing all my other tasks, but put a priority focus on my resume. Yeah, so my best advice is to stay busy. If you are struggling with some of these, is to write down what you need to do. This is what I do at the beginning of each week, like on Sunday. I write down, I fill this in for the week. It's all different days, and I fill them in, and then I just do it. And then as days go on, I'll add more, or I'll do some things different days. I'll switch it up, but to have a general idea at the beginning of the week of what you want to get done for the rest of the week is really good and keeps you focused. My daughter got me that agenda for Christmas, and it's been like the best little thing that she could have gotten me. I don't know how she knew I needed it, but I never would have bought that for myself. I used to just have things on a piece of paper, writing it down and checking it off, and then just keep adding to the list and going through. But and that worked. Having it organized day by day has really helped and helped me stay on track for those days that I choose to follow it. I mean, you could not follow that and fall off track very easily, but it helps me stay on track for when uh, for when I want to accomplish my goals, which should be all the time, but I'm getting used to that. Yeah, just I don't really have anything else to say. Just a better week. I hope your week was good. And if you're struggling, like I said, I just stayed busy last week. I didn't really have time to mess around. And you find that when you stay focused and you do what you set out to do, you feel better, and it makes you accomplish even more because you feel so good doing, like, working towards your goals. It does feel really good. It feels much better working towards your goals than slacking. Slacking might make you feel better in that little time period, like when you're wasting time doing like TikTok or Netflix or something, but then you feel awful after because you didn't do what you needed to be doing and you actually did nothing. Like, you didn't get anything accomplished. But when you actually accomplish your goals and you're working towards things, staying busy and, checking things off the list and knowing that you're working towards your goals, even though it might not be like the most fun thing in the world, it makes you feel so much better than if you um, just did nothing for that day or you just wasted your time. But getting better at time management and not wasting my time. Work in progress always, but this week was good. I don't want to fall below the 75%. I feel like that's the lowest benchmark that I want to continue on for the rest of this 12-month year. This is week 7, so there's 5 weeks left. And yeah, I want to get a lot more done. So anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you had an awesome week and a productive week. And yeah, if you have any hints or tricks or tips on how to stay busy, on how to keep active on accomplishing your goals and not get sidetracked with mundane tasks or, just procrastination in general, leave them in the comments. It'd be great to hear and listen to everybody and see what strategies you use to stay productive. So again, thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.